Hey folks, in this video I'm going to show you guys the Hot Wheels Roto Revolution set. And this is an older one that I've had in the box for many years, and I'm finally getting around to taking a look at it now. I did get this on clearance at Target for $16.74 back in the day. This is a pretty large set for that kind of price, so that's why I decided to buy it. There isn't anything I guess super in particular about it that I was just dying to have this particular set. But nevertheless, it looks pretty cool. So just not my personal preference for it being a favorite of mine, at least as how it looks on the box anyways. And I guess I don't have any particular reason. Sometimes you just see a set and you're like, that set is awesome. And other times you're like, that's kind of cool. That's kind of how I feel about this one. But maybe I could be really surprised by it and really like this one. We're going to find out. So, but wreck the other cars and win. It does come with 2 cars, as you can see there. We'll kind of take a good look around at the box here. And so it's got 2 launchers on each side, so you can do 2-player if you want, or it says 1 or 2 players. So you send the cars in from either side. And I don't know if this like spins around or how this works. It might, I suppose. But it does say that it uses 4D cell alkaline batteries. And I did have to go buy some. And funny thing about batteries is that they're selling them in these little boxes now instead of the plastic, which I don't mind that actually. It's easier to get at them. So, but anyway, that's an aside. Yeah, so 4 D-cell batteries, which is a lot. Some of those kind of sets, I really wish that they would just include like a power adapter or something, but I don't think Hot Wheels has ever really done that. It's just always battery powered. But anyway, so you send the cars in, and then, I don't know, is there an infinite loop? It looks like this does spin around in some way, so, and it looks like you kind of can go in like a figure 8 sort of thing, so I'm not 100% sure how the whole thing works, but it looks like it spins, and you can go through all these different loops around and around until the cars kind of crash, I suppose, something like that. There's the other side of the box, and then along the bottom we've got all the copyright information. This is 2016. For some reason in my mind it seems like it's older than that. I don't know why, but 2016, which means it would have been in stores sometime around 2017. Alright, so let's go ahead and open this up. It says open here. Let's see, kind of hard to figure out getting this actually started here. Alright, here we go. Alright, so there we are. And first thing you get is instruction manual. So I'll show you that real quick. Let's just open it up. Kind of a big one, and yeah, let's see, I don't know where you start, but I'll just kind of show you all the way across it, and then and there you go. So that's the instruction manual. And what is this? Important, use these tips when assembling. So I guess these are some ways that you don't make a mistake and you know, end up messing something up. They even have a YouTube video about it. I have never seen that before. That's very interesting. So, okay, that's a first for me. I've never seen that before. Anyway, let me try to get all these different pieces out. And seems like there's quite a lot of them, actually. I'm actually kind of excited about this set. This should be, you know, just as I look at it, it seems like it should be kind of fun and maybe one of the more unique ones. We'll see. So just a few pieces there. We've got the 2 launcher pieces. Whatever this is with a Hot Wheels logo. And we've got the main base piece right here. So this has a kind of like a dual booster thing here, it looks like, which is kind of interesting. So you can see that go through here, go through here. It looks like you go this way and then go this way. So And then, yeah, this should spin, you know, when you turn it on. So that's interesting too. But I'll set that off over here. Is there anything else in here other than the cars? No, there isn't. So I'll get these out and we'll take a closer look. Alright folks, so let's take a quick look at the set before actually starting it up. So here's just kind of a good look at it. It fills up a good chunk of this kitchen table that I have here. And so the one thing I will notice right off the bat is it comes with 2 of these launcher pieces, but there is space for 4 underneath, like 4 total connectors. So would have been kind of cool if they just included 4, but in any case, you get 2. And so as far as these launchers go, it's simple, pull it back, and you got a couple different settings there. Push the button and away the car goes. So basically what you have to do is, this whole thing is going to be spinning, and you have to time your entrance into the loops. Let's see, where can you actually go in? There's a couple different spots. Let me just walk around here. You can see there's one right there. And then there's one right there. So it's just 2 different spots that you gotta just basically time it to get your car in there, which is kind of fun. And so we have that, and then when you get inside, it's kind of an ingenious little thing. So you've got this little diverter here, and it changes both sides at once. So by default, you're gonna be going basically through the loops in a figure-8 pattern. But then each time a car goes through, it's gonna send you through this loop, and then it'll go back, and then, you know, so if you're just running one car, it's gonna alternate between going through the figure-8 and then this one. So the way that you kind of get cars trapped and start to crash them is that, well, you're gonna have, you know, this diverter is gonna be going back and forth like crazy, and then the cars are eventually gonna collide into each other, whether it's here, or somewhere here, you know, wherever. So kind of interesting. I'm excited to see how this works, and we're going to give this a try right now. So yeah, let me put the camera back on the tripod. I'm going to turn this thing on, and let's give this set a try. Alright folks, with that I think you kind of get an idea of how it works, and I gotta say it's pretty good. Nothing wrong with it really. I mean, you know, sometimes the cars have trouble you know, going through the loops just on their own, but you know, those are just these two cars that are included. And oh, I forgot to actually show you guys a little bit of a close-up of what these cars are. So there's a quick look at them. But yeah, so, you know, other cars may work better than these, but these worked okay in my opinion. What else? I mean, the cars crash as advertised, and the features generally work pretty good. So I don't really have a lot of complaints. It does what it should. So yeah, is it one of my favorite sets? Maybe not, but it's still pretty darn cool. And yeah, I'm really glad to have the opportunity to try it out. So with that said, that's the Hot Wheels Roto Revolution track set, motorized track set. And I think just to end the video, we'll try this one more time. And thank you all for watching.